Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. Yep, that's right. Yeah, it is the song that I actually sung in this in the beginning of this review from the movie that I am going to be reviewing right now, actually. So yeah, which speaking of which, so yeah, guys, so today I am going to be re-reviewing Anastasia. So yeah, so without further ado, I am going to go right over here. So yeah, so before I go, I am going to say this. Cue the intro. Okay, guys, this is it. And today I am going to be reviewing this movie right now, today. So yeah, so without further ado, I am going to be reviewing this movie right now, actually. So yeah. Hey guys, this is Evan's Disney's Film Corner 2023 here and today. Guess what, guys? And today I am going to be reviewing Anastasia. Came in the year of 1997. So yeah. So yeah, guys, so I am going to read this plot on the internet. So yeah. So basically what the plot's about, the evil wizard Rasputin puts a Herx on the royal Romanovs, and young Anastasia disappears when their palace is overrun, and years later the Grand Duchess offers an award for Anastasia's return. Two seeming Romanovs planning to pawn off a pottery, hold auditions, and choose an orphan girl with a remarkable resemblance to the missing princess. They bring her to Paris for the award, not knowing she is the real Anastasia. So yeah. So that's basically what the plot's about this movie. So yeah, so I did remember that this movie actually did came out on at the Liggs Field Theater on November 14th of 1997, and it did get released in the US on November 21st of 2000. November 21st of 1997. I didn't say 2000 actually. I meant to say 1997 actually. So yeah. And yeah, and also this movie is actually 94 minutes long actually. So yeah. And also yeah. And yeah, this movie is also directed by Don Bluth and Gary Goldman, who did direct many beloved films like Secret of Nim, An American Tale, and especially Land Before Time and All Dogs Go to Heaven actually. So yeah. And also yeah. Even though this movie is actually a musical actually. So yeah. And also yeah. And also yeah. And even though this movie has a budget of $53 million as well. So yeah. And also this is actually the first movie this is actually from the short-lived animation studio, Fox Animation Studios, which their last film was Titan AE before they went bankrupt in 2000. So yeah. And also yeah. And yeah, this movie has a very talented cast as well. So yeah. So yeah, and also yeah, and also I did know that the development began in May of 1994, that Don Bluth signed on to produce animated features with 20th Century Fox, which also yeah, which they did adapt. They did actually they did actually made an adaptation. They actually made a musical adaptation of Anastasia. Actually, they want to make a musical adaptation of Anastasia. So yeah, and they did actually. So yeah, yeah. Didn't you know that Meg Ryan? Yeah, didn't you know that Meg Ryan was not sure when she got cast to play Anastasia in the movie? She didn't know that she was going to voice her because she has other projects to do, but when she when but Fox Animation Studios actually made a animation test of Meg Ryan in in that animation test that and also yeah, and Meg Ryan actually saw that animation test that she was so impressive that she decided, okay, I can voice that character now actually. So yeah. And also, yeah, so yeah, guys, so what do I think of this movie? I have to say, this is definitely, in my opinion, my favorite Don Bluth movie. Like, yeah, even though, yeah, this is definitely my favorite Don Bluth movie. So, yeah, and also, yeah, yeah, this is definitely a fantastic Don Bluth movie. I mean, yeah, and also, yeah, and also, yeah, yeah, and also even the actors in the movie, it has a really talented cast like Meg Ryan, John Cusack, um, um, Kelsey Grammer, Christopher Lloyd, Burnett Peters, Angela Lansbury. Yep, the same actress who was in who actually played Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast. Like, I didn't even know in 2020. I actually realized that Angela Lansbury actually voiced Anastasia's grandmother River, which honestly, yeah, I just didn't even realize that she actually voiced that character, which honestly, yeah, rest in peace to Angela Lansbury. She's definitely a great actress. I mean, yeah, yeah, she's definitely fantastic in this movie as well. I mean, Angela Lansbury as Anastasia's grandmother is definitely fantastic. I mean, yeah. Yeah, and also speaking of Anastasia herself, voiced by I by Meg Ryan. She was definitely fantastic in this movie. Even though her singing voice was actually done by Liz Calloway, Liz Calloway also did Odette's singing voice in Swan Princess actually. So yeah, which she also did the singing voice for Anastasia's singing voice, aka Anya's singing voice in Anastasia as well. Which honestly, her singing voice in that, I mean, Liz Calloway's singing voice in this movie is definitely fantastic in this movie. So yeah, and also Kristen Dunst also voices young Anastasia, which honestly she was definitely fantastic in this movie. Voicing Anastasia is voicing the younger Anastasia. So yeah, and also yeah, and also Kelsey Grammer was fantastic in this movie. Yeah, and also John Cusack as I meant to say John Cusin. Sorry, I mispronounced his last name. I didn't meant to say John Cusack. I mean, that's the same actress who played Bo Peep. I meant to say, hey, yeah, hey, John Cusack, which yeah, who was who played Dimitri was also fantastic in this movie, and also his singing voice was also done by Jonathan Krasinski, Jonathan and Gunsi, which I'm sorry I mispronounced his name, but that's okay. Yeah, I meant to say John Cusack. So yeah, which he was fantastic in this movie as well. So yeah, and also Christopher Lloyd as Rasputin was also great in this movie as well. And also yeah, yeah, and also oh yeah, and also yeah, Burnett Peters was also great in this movie as well. Even though yeah, she is a very popular Broadway actress as well, and she's also a really great actress as well. She has a really great singing voice as well. So yeah, and now let's talk about the music and the score and the songs of this movie, which is actually composed which the score of the movie is actually composed by David Newman, which honestly I thought his score of this movie is definitely fantastic and very beautiful in this movie as well. And also, yeah. I mean, enough said. It's definitely really great and really beautiful at the exact same time. So yeah, and also yeah, and also let's talk about the songs of this movie. Like even though Disney now owns, and also before I get into the songs of this movie, I mean, yeah, Disney now owns this movie now. That's really exciting. Even though Anastasia is not an official Disney princess, but that's okay. So yeah, but also yeah, and also yeah, and also even though yeah, I did yeah, Disney now owns this movie now. So yeah. Yeah, let's talk about the songs of this movie. Now let's get back onto the songs of this movie. So yeah. Okay. I mean, the songs of this movie is definitely fantastic. I mean, we got a rumor in a rumor in St. Petersburg, Journey to the Past, Once Upon a December, Perry Holds the Key to Your Heart, and Dark in the Night. And at the beginning, there were definitely fantastic songs of this movie as well. I mean, yeah. I mean, there were definitely phenomenal songs. I mean, yeah, the songs in this movie are just unforgettable. So yeah. And also, yeah. Yeah, and also, yeah. And as for in December of 2022, Disney released their first merchandise of the film with a form of a mug honoring its 25th anniversary as well. So yeah. Even though Anastasia was on Disney Plus on December 4, it actually was on Disney Plus. It actually came on Disney Plus on December 4th of 2020 until it got removed on Disney Plus. But on June 2nd of 2023, it returned to Disney Plus, which was honestly really great and really amazing as well. So yeah. And also now let's get into the animation of this movie, which I have to say, this is undeniably one of Don Bluth's best looking movies. Like, the animation of this movie still holds up to this day, 26 years later. It's definitely still looks fantastic, and it still looks absolutely phenomenal of this movie as well. I mean, you feel like you're in a painting, actually, which honestly is fantastic, which honestly, it definitely looks fantastic. I mean, it still holds up to this day, actually. So yeah, it definitely looks fantastic. And also, yeah, this is also definitely one of the best. And also, I forgot to mention that Anastasia is definitely one of the best non-Disney musicals, right under The Prince of Egypt, actually. So yeah, which I am planning on re-reviewing The Prince of Egypt very soon, actually, which probably it'll be later this year, actually, or 2024, actually. Who knows? So yeah. So overall, guys, I mean, yeah. I mean, the animation of this movie is definitely fantastic. So yeah, so yeah, before I end this video, I mean, yeah, this is the sequel review that I'm reviewing to Anastasia. So yeah, I reviewed my original view on Anastasia, which is my first review on Anastasia on January on January 31st of 2020, and now I am reviewing this movie again on on Wednesday, on August 16th of 2023, which is also really exciting. So yeah. So yeah, guys. So overall, guys, I have nothing else to say about this movie. So yeah. So yeah, guys. So if you haven't seen Anastasia, where have you been? I recommend it. It is streaming on Disney Plus. So yeah. So yeah, guys. So I am going to give Anastasia a 10 out of 10 spectacular. So yeah, guys, what do you think of my review on Anastasia? So yeah, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe my channel, and make sure to like this video. So yeah, so stay tuned for my movie review on How to Steal a Million, which I'm going to be reviewing 2 days from now on Friday, August 18th of this year. So stay tuned for that. So yeah. And so yeah, guys, so I make this wish, doing something more for us than this. Oh, more than this. Oh, 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 oh. Who's your favorite fearless hero? Who's your favorite fearless hero? We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno. See the light with the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and no one knows before it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go. Oh, remember me, though I have to travel far, remember me. And bye.